Welcome back to the Shaders course. In this tutorial, we are going to create a glowing effect, a pulsating glowing effect using shaders. Okay, we start with a plane. Um, this is the last asset we created. So for this tutorial, we create a new shader, shader graph, URP. This time we are going for a lit shader because it's more about light based shader. So we create a lit shader graph and we give a glow and we open it. Okay, so this is our inside this glow shader canvas. Um, okay, so first we need to create um, two colors. One color is a base color of the object of this texture, and second one is the emission. Next, we need a float value of speed. Sorry, the intensity of the glow. So first we grab this base color and attach to this base color. And the next thing we need this something to connect to the emission. For that, we need a time node. So because this is an animated type of shader graph, so that is it's repeating with the time. So for that type of cases, we need some sort of a time node. And from this time node, we create a sine node. And this sine node, next thing we need is, in the case of the sine, the value is changing from -1 to 0, then to 1, then again to 0, then -1. So we need to remap this type of values because we want the values from 0 to 1. That is 0 emission to maximum emission. No need of -1. So in that case, we need to map the value from -1 to 1 to 0 to 1. In that cases, we use a node called a remap. So the remap will take the input and this is our, here we are going to change our values. So the input is -1 to 1. That is our range. This is the range we are going to convert to the 0 to 1. So this is not generally used. We are mapping these values -1, 1 to 0 to 1. Now we output this remap to the we actually need to mix this remap value with the emissive color. For that, we create another node to multiply, and we take this emissive color from here and connect with it, and then take the output of this multiply node back to this emission. Okay, so we have this preview here. I will just rearrange everything. Time to sine, sine to remap, remap here, remap to multiply, and we have to give output of this remap value to this B, and then to the emission. Okay. After saving the shader, we come back to this scene and we create a material from our newly created shader. We create a material, raw material. Then we add this material to our plane. Okay, so now we can change some values here. The base color we can give as yellow and sorry, blue, and that is also a Light blue. Base color is little bit pink. Okay. So this is after the first stage of creating the glow material. We can now see that this is not that much ready. We need to tweak something extra. For that, we go back to it still have some glow effect, but um, we need to add some extra thing because the timing is very low and the intensity is very poor. We need to add those values. So we go back to this glow. We have to give this intensity, and we need also need to increase the speed of the thing. So first we go to increase the speed. So we drag the speed one, and we can give the default value of 2, double the speed, and we take this break this connection and take a multiply node and multiply with our speed and take that output back to the sine node. So now you can see that the speed is increased. It's doubled. Now we need to uh, bring the intensity. For that, the intensity has to be um, be- with the remap and the intensity value. So we break here. So we create another multiplication node, and we take the intensity here. Intensity, we can say the default value is 1 and take to this one, and the output is connected back to this multiplication node. Now we can say that the intensity of the color is improved. Okay. And another thing we have to change is in the case of the color, we have two color, the base color. The base color, we need to change the mode from default to the HDR. Okay. And in the case of the emission also, we need to change the default to the HDR. Okay, then we can save. That's it, and that's the only thing we can do here. Change here, and yeah, we come back to this scene. The shader is compiling. We need to change the intensity back to clear to 1. Okay. Now our shader and the material is complete. In order to see our glow effect, we make the plane into an unlit shader. It's back to an unlit shader. And now we create a sphere, and we add this material. The new material is created from the glow to this particular sphere. Okay. So now, sorry, I think there is some. Now we add this newly created material, the glow material, to the our sphere. Now you can see that the sphere has that pulsating effect, but it doesn't glowing that much. Bloom effect. We have first go to this camera and enable this post processing. This post processing here, and then we create a global volume. And if there is no volume profile, you can create a new profile. In this volume component, we have to create a new volume. Okay, and then we have to press this add override and go to this post processing, add the bloom. Okay, now the bloom is enabled. Now we need to enable three more properties inside the bloom: threshold, intensity, and scatter. So we can add the intensity right now 1. Okay, now we can see that we have some sort of a glow is coming. If we plus play, we can see the glowing effect. It's a pulsating type of glowing effect. In today's tutorial, we learned the nodes, time node, sine node, and remap nodes, and how to use properties on the blackboard to make our shaders flexible and powerful. the idea between time to sign and remap. That pattern will allow animate almost anything in your shaders, not just emission. Thank you for watching. And the next video, we will create a more uh, beautiful shaders. Thank you.